morning. Today is Wednesday, January 9th, and we are at the Acushnet Council on Aging, and this is our monthly board meeting. And before I start, I would like to give out our phone number, because during this meeting, we're going to talk about several things that people may call us about. And I'm going to say the number several times during the meeting.
Need a vote to open the meeting.
Oh, but before I do that, I need a vote to open the meeting.
I'll make a motion, we open the meeting.
Thank you, Jerry.
That's okay.
All right, now the phone number.
Thank you.
508-998-0280. Yesterday I was corrected, 508-998-0280. Okay? And we will give that number out periodically during this meeting. Okay. We're having a moment of silence just for our loved ones here in Acushnet, people that we wish to remember. Thank you. And we have the minutes of the meeting from Wednesday, December 12th. And would someone like to read those minutes for us? All right, thank you, Heather.
So this is the meeting minutes from the December 12th meeting. I still owe you November. Okay, so President December's meeting was Linda Gilbo, Chair, Marie Hardy, Pauline Texera, Richard DeBaldi, Maurice Sampson, and myself. Excused Paulette Hudson and Gerard Bergeron. No one was absent, and we had no guests in attendance. The meeting was called to order at 10 a.m. by Chairman Linda Gilbo and seconded by Marie Hardy. Meeting minutes from November 2018 were not available to be voted on. Our old business, mission, vision, values. The COA board had their second reading of the new our mission, our vision, our value statement. Heather Sylvia thanked the board for all their input and suggestions. The board voted unanimously to accept the document as presented with no changes. And actually that's not accurate because Marie had suggested a change. Make that change. A motion was made by Marie Hardy to accept the old business and seconded by Maurice Sampson. The vote to accept was unanimous. Under new business, it was the 2018 annual report. The Council on Aging Board of Directors read the presented 2018 annual report. Suggested edits included adding a thank you to the Acushnet Firefighters Association for their contribution to Memory Cafe. The report was accepted unanimously with one correction. AARP age-friendly application. Ms. Sylvia reported to the COA board that Selectman Chopper had signed the letter of commitment for the AARP age-friendly application and that the packet would be mailed by Friday. The timeline for acceptance to this program is 6 to 8 weeks. Ms. Sylvia also thanked Town Administrator Brian Noble for his support during this application process. The ACOA budget for FY20. The board reviewed a memo from Town Administrator Brian Noble regarding the FY20 budget process. They then reviewed the director's proposed budget, which has an overall increase due in part to the proposed creation of an additional receptionist position, 19.5 hours per week. There is also a request for a $1,000 increase in the energy line to cover expenses for gas and electric. The Troop 51 project. The COA board extended their thanks to Logan Garvin and volunteers from Troop 51 for the landscaping project they completed in the back of the Acushnet Senior Center. The board also thanked the Acushnet DPW for their donation of mulch. Our monthly financial statement. I reported that the South Coast Hospital grant for Memory Cafe had been exhausted and that the COA would apply again. Outreach workers report. This report was tabled because the COA was in the middle of their annual ARAW grant audit. The COA board will invite Mrs. Madursky, outreach specialist, to the January 2019 meeting. And our future business was that the next meeting of the Council on Aging Board of Directors will be held on Wednesday, January 9th at 10 a.m. Respectfully submitted, Heather Sylvia.
Thank you, Heather. May I have a motion to accept the minutes as read? Pauline, thank you. And with a second, Marie, thank you.
Sorry, bad secretary.
No, good secretary. Under old business, the second reading and vote of the COA Code of Conduct and Standards of Independence Procedure. You all have that in your packet.
So if you remember from last month, Marie had suggested a change to, there was a section about unattended packages in the building, so I updated that. Other than that, I don't think we made any changes. That was number 9 on the back.
What this Code of Conduct does and Standard of Independence does it lets people know that this is in writing, people must behave when they are here, and must be fairly independent. And just a few little rules and regulations, and if someone is not following them and they don't know that they're in place, we just talk to them quietly, let them know what this is all about, and then take care of it from that point on.
Excellent.
I'll make a motion, we accept it as read.
All right, and may I have a second? Pauline, thank you.
We're gonna take these people on the side and talk to
Oh,
them.
quietly, yes, yeah. Just like in school, you know, you take them outside of the classroom and, you know, and you tell them nicely, you know, what they can and cannot do.
And I think sometimes it just carries a little more weight if you can hand somebody something after you have a conversation, like, just so you know, this is what we discussed. Yeah.
And it's nothing that's out there, it's what you would expect of any decent person, yes. AARP, age-friendly application status, and this I will refer to Heather.
And
she
actually,
will-
since Jerry is reading the email currently, I'm gonna ask him to read the first paragraph. Who's reading?
Well, that's good. Excuse me. Congratulations on the Acushnet entry into the AARP networks of age-friendly communities. It is official. Shortly, we will be receiving an official letter and certificate that we can present to you at another time in person. We encourage communities to plan a small or larger event that catapults them into assessment and planning stages. And we can be there to make the presentation of the certificate. Sometimes garners media attention, which is always good to alert your community that this milestone has been achieved and a commitment has been made to become age-friendly. Heather, on behalf of the board here, and I do know that with you, Brian Noble, and a few others, and Mike Chopper, that put this whole thing together, congratulations.
Thank you. We're very excited.
And
So now, what is it gonna do?
So now the work starts.
Oh, okay.
We just received word of that late last week, so when they're gonna present the selectmen with the certificate, I will let the board know. I think it's important for the board to be there.
I think so.
And then we'll, maybe in February's meeting, we discuss the next steps. And we're ahead of the game, because we did that survey over the summer, so we know kind of what we're looking at and what we need to improve on, so I'll keep you posted.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Heather.
Yes.
Okay, under new business, peer-to-peer check-in group. And I have given you a copy of something called Meet Up. And this is available here at the council. It's on our counter for anyone to pick up and look at. And anyone who would like a copy may call us here at the council. Phone number 508-998-0280. You can change those O's to zeros. Okay, now, meet up. You may know someone, a neighbor, a friend, a family member, living with a mental health problem, a substance abuse problem, a dual diagnosis, and even you may have like a family member or yourself. And this is a peer group that will get together, and sometimes it's nice to have people to talk things over with that they know where you're coming from because they're going through something similar. If you are interested in something like this, we haven't done this before at the council. It's going to be the last Tuesday of every month. And it's going to be just for an hour, 11 o'clock until 12 o'clock. A cup of coffee, maybe a piece of pastry, and some conversation. And that's what it will be for support, from 11 o'clock until 12 o'clock. Yeah. And it's always good to make some connections with people who are going through similar experiences. You know. There is a phone number on this sheet. It is here available at the Council on Aging. If you would like a sheet, we can send it to you. Just call us here at the council. And their first meeting is going to be January 29th. Tuesday, January 29th, 11 o'clock. It's a peer check-in group. Okay. Upcoming trips. I strongly suggest that everyone pick up one of our monthly bulletins. Everything you need to know is in this bulletin. The phone numbers that you need are in this bulletin. Our trips are in this bulletin. Our schedule of what goes on here at the council is in the bulletin. What is not in the bulletin, which to me is very important, is the food. But we always put right next to it, on the counter, a sheet with all of the meals for the month. Okay? If you cannot get out to pick up, these bulletins are all over town. If you cannot get out to get one, give us a call here at the council. 508-998-0280.
And also, we also have an electronic form, so those who have computers would like to receive our monthly notice, Ms. Sylvia will put you on a email list, and every month, when it's done, you can get it ahead of time, and you can read it on your convenience online.
And you can get it through the town website, and we also have a very active Facebook page.
Yes.
Perfect.
So there's many ways to get our newsletter every month.
Thank you. I keep forgetting about that because I'm in the dark ages and I forget about it.
Oh, well, that's, never mind.
That's because I'm
I'll be
old.
nice.
I know.
That's right.
You be kind.
You're old. Mondays is the Memory Cafe, so you can go there.
Okay.
One trip we added after, just go away from that. One trip we added after the agenda was done, we are also doing Newport Playhouse again on April 28th, which is a Sunday. So if anyone is interested, I did the flyer, it's available at the front desk, and we can talk about that more next month. The play's a little risque, but it looks kind of fun.
It's always fun there. And a great meal, great time.
People talk about it all the time. Not everyone likes to go to the casino. Many of our seniors do. So we try to offer as many casino trips as we can, one a month. To different casinos like Foxwood, MGM will be coming up, Twin River, people love Twin River. And our little van takes 10 people every now and then to the new little casino in Tiverton, Rhode Island. But beside our upcoming Foxwood trip, which is just about filled, and Heather put this out in early December for February, and it's just about full. We have some other
Cross your
wonderful,
fingers, it doesn't snow. It's not allowed to snow on Valentine's Day.
right. We have some other wonderful trips coming up. Martha's Vineyard Cruise. If you went to a casino, you may only pay $18 to go there. But once you get there, you know you're going to spend a little bit more than that. Martha's Vineyard Cruise is only $70 per person, and it's wonderful. It leaves from Woods Hole, Massachusetts. It's going to be very nice. I assume the bus would leave from here to take people to Woods Hole. That's not until June, but think about that. If you go from New Bedford or from Woods Hole, it's almost that price anyways.
It's just a nice sail. It's a wonderful trip.
Yeah. Foster's Down East Clam Bake. This sounds really good. It is $93 a person, but it includes lobster or half a chicken. And of course, there's everything else that goes with it. Steamers, mussels, clam chowder, potatoes, onion, corn on the cob, rolls, butter, blueberry crumb cake, coffee,
That's
tea.
not- It's all true.
Yeah,
It is
we're all getting hungry now.
Kennebunkport, Maine, and there'll be time for shopping, and there'll be time for browsing, and you will be traveling on a deluxe motor coach. That's not until July, but it's out there. People will be signing up soon. People were already picking up flyers yesterday when you put them out. And Heather already mentioned the trip to Newport Playhouse, which is which month?
Is Sunday, April 28th.
Sunday, April
It's the week
28th.
after Easter.
And that flyer is also out.
Yes, yeah. We just finalized that yesterday.
Okay. Number 3 on our agenda, under new business, Winter Wellness Workshop. These flyers are also out on the counter. This is something new that we have going. There's going to be sound and energy healing. I really don't know how that works, but it sounds like it's going to be fun. It's for 6 weeks. It starts in February, and it goes through March 6th. There's no meeting on the 27th. Wednesdays, 1 o'clock, right here at our center. It is being brought to us by something called The Bridge, a Center for Hope and Healing, presents the Winter Wellness Workshop. I don't want to murder this lady's last name, but I'm going to try. Denise Junice La Jeunesse. Some of you may know her. Tell her I'm sorry. Okay, that I murdered her name. But I think this looks like a fun workshop.
And it's free. So
And-
we just ask that people pre-register.
How nice. So come and pick up your sheet here at the Council on Aging. We did put on our agenda, no charge and pre-registration is required. Pat Madursky was going to join us today, but she's out. She's ill today, so she won't be with us, but she will be with us at our next meeting. Pat is the outreach worker here at the Council on Aging. She is also our Shine leader, along with Heather, who will also be Shine.
And I want to thank Pat. We were in front of the selectmen last night presenting our budget, and she was there for moral support, so I just want to send some thanks to her. I don't know how they voted, so I will get back to you on that.
Thank you.
We all know the sport.
And does anyone else have anything that they'd like to add?
Pauline, any car shows or anything coming up you want to?
I don't have anything yet.
Okay.
Nothing yet.
But we will have something soon.
I'm working on the car show,
Nice.
because last year we got rained out.
That would be nice. With raffles and food and entertainment and animals for kids to look at.
Yeah.
And all kinds of fun stuff.
It'll be good.
Our car shows always are. They're very, very
They
nice.
bring in a good crowd.
Mhm.
And on behalf of the board, I just want to take an opportunity to congratulate Mr. Bergeron, who on Friday had his last day with the fire department. I'm sure you probably, it was all over social media, I'm sure you saw it. So on behalf of the board, congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you.
Is that the truth, Ben?
So does that mean I can retire from this also?
Absolutely not.
No,
No.
Mr.
You
Bergeron
have
will most
more
probably
time
be our
now.
next chairperson.
Huh?
If I have to sleep here during storms at the shelter, so do you, so you're not getting away that
Well,
easy.
no, I will still continue as the town emergency management director, which don't have to retire on that, so I can stay around with that. It's been a great 47 years working for the town of Acushnet Fire Department. I got on at the age of 18 years old on the day of my birthday, and on my 65th birthday, which is 47 years later, I officially retire. It's policy, and you just have to.
You had joy and you had sadness.
I had an amazing trip. Serving this town, serving our public. The last 5 years, I was working EMS, and to go to a lot of places and to see a lot of elderly residents. They would see me walk in and they knew they were safe, and it was just an awesome experience. This is, like I said, this has been a great town. I born, brought up, grew up in this town. So, and I also want to go, congratulations. I had a retirement party put on by Miss Sylvia and a few others. So thank you for that.
Well, because it was a birthday party, but that's okay.
So this is definitely official now.
Done.
Wonderful. And
But-
you've done a good job.
But they won't let me retire from, they won't let me retire from the, emergency management, and she won't let me retire from council on aging.
Mr. Bergeron and Ms. Gilbo are not allowed to ever leave.
Yeah.
So,
They keep telling us that we have we have a
Well, we know
retirement
who's
plan.
supporting the council on aging, and don't we?
Well, you know what, and I, even though I turned 65, I really am planning, just like Ms. Gilbo did, for years and years. She was a school teacher, and she did wonderful, wonderful work at the school department. I'm gonna be like her. I'm gonna continue in further endeavors of serving our town.
Well, good.
Thank you guys.
We're very glad to have you with us. Thank you. Okay, future business. Before we adjourn, our next meeting will be Wednesday, February 13th at 10 o'clock. People are invited. If they'd like to come in and sit and be a guest here at our meetings, they are welcome. Wednesday, February 13th, unless there's a big snowstorm, 10 o'clock.
No.
No snow. No
No, no,
snow
no, no.
this winter, I heard.
I like-
I like that idea, yep. All right, so, have a good week, have a good month.
You need to vote to close.
Oh, and Happy New Year. We forgot to say Happy New Year to everyone. And we need a vote to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Thank you, Marie, and Pauline will second it. Thank you. Over and out. Thank you, Joe.